Hey guys, this video is going to be about act like a lady, but think like a man. Okay. I'm doing this video because I think that women are really taking it too far. I think men are taking it too far. I mean, really. But before I even get into what I'm talking about, I want to say this. I saw the movie. I loved it. It was great. I laughed my head off. I had a great, wonderful time. I mean, it was a brilliant movie. I loved it. I'm going to go see the sequel when it comes out. So, no hater right here. I'm totally supporting it. I think it's a really good movie. It's great. Now, on to what I want to talk about. Probably about maybe, let's see, I moved to Florida about 4 years ago. So, it has to be about 3 or 4 years ago. I actually purchased his book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, when it came out. And I read it, and I thought it was a really good book. I mean, he has some funny stories in there, he has some tips, he has some overall good advice I think that women and young ladies should be privy to. Now, having said that, I didn't really read anything in the book that I didn't really already know due to common sense or due to something that my auntie, my grandmother, my mother told me, or things I've just heard over the years, over the time. So, I do think it was a great book. I do recommend people reading it, but to me it was just a bunch of common sense. I mean, common sense will tell you that you don't go on a date with a man and sleep with him on the first date. Common sense will tell you that having sex or doing sexual things with a man is not going to make him like you more or want to be your boyfriend. Common sense will tell you that if you sit down and have a conversation with a dude and he's not on your level mentally and you really can't even talk to him and have a decent conversation with him and you know that you're really not interested in much that he has to say and you don't see yourself having a future with him, common sense is don't date the joker. You know what I mean? Like, to me, a lot of stuff is common sense. But hey, that just might be me. Anyway, that brings me to the reason for this video. Women are acting like what he said in the book and what they put in the movie is news to them. Really? Where have you been? Where have you been for the last 20 years of your life? I mean, seriously. Most of that stuff, like I said, it's common sense. It's stuff that you would hear on TV, dating advice. I mean, you see it on websites, Facebook. I mean, it just don't make any sense. I don't really think that he's saying anything that we have never heard before. I think the difference is that this time it's a man saying it, and not just a man, it's Steve Harvey saying it. It's somebody who's famous, who is married, I guess, or whatever. So, he's giving his advice and stuff. But it's not really anything that nobody's heard before. I mean, let's be real. I mean, as a woman, you should have heard at least 70% of whatever is in that book. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, really even more than that, but I'm just being generous. But yeah, women go around like, girl, I'm going to do me a 90-day rule. And I'm looking like, really? You, a 90-day rule? Okay. I mean, they would have just taken it too far. And I'm just saying, if you want to do a 90-day rule or whatever, or you want to sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and write down notes from the book and all kinds of stuff, do you. Maybe that will help you snag you a husband. I don't know, but I just think that a lot of that stuff is common sense, man, and people just blowing it all out of proportion, acting like, you know what I'm saying, the heavens have opened and manna has fallen from the sky. I just don't get it. But on to the second half, men. These men are acting like they are in the fourth quarter of the game. They got 2 minutes on the clock. And Steve Harvey just gave the other team the playbook. Really? Really, guys? Really? Most of the stuff that was in the movie also was common sense. I mean, really. And guys are acting like Steve Harvey just basically gave away the playbook and like he told all these secrets and stuff. He didn't tell no secrets. All that stuff was common sense, common knowledge, things that women have been hearing for years. The only difference is that Steve Harvey is this huge public figure, is very famous, and he's Tom Self schooling these women or whatever on what to expect and what dudes are saying and doing and all that. And I'm like, a lot of that stuff is just common sense, dudes. And the reality situation is that a lot of times there's more men than there are women, and women are very, well, some women are very desperate, and even if they have like some type of rule about, how many dates or how long or whatever before they're intimate with a guy, if they're desperate, lonely, and again I say desperate, a lot of times they're going to break all their rules just to have that particular dude around. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. And these days, women are calling themselves acting like a man. Not just thinking like a man, but acting like a man. They feel like, I can do whatever a dude does because at the same time, if a dude's doing it, it's cool, then I'm doing it, it's cool. So, the game has changed a lot from back in the day with Steve Harvey dating. He's up there. He's kind of old. Or older, I should say. I don't know. But basically, I just made this video because people, you blowing the information all out of proportion. None of it's really new. It's the same thing. It's just given in a different way with a different insight on it. Now, if you read the book and you feel like, well, oh my God, he just shed the light on it for me. Praise God, the heavens are opened up. You hear the angels singing. Good for you. Good for you. I'd rather you learn later rather than never. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying there's some really good things in the book, some really good points. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's the same thing that we've been hearing from Sally Jesse Raphael when she was on, Ricky Lake, my mother, my grandma, my auntie, my friends, my cousins, Bonquisha down the street. I'm just saying. A lot of it has already been said, but I think people are taking it a lot different because it's a dude saying it this time and because he's a public figure. But women, please, don't act brand new. Don't act like you never heard this stuff before because you have. What do you guys think about this whole act like a lady, think like a man thing that's going on right now? Comment below, let me know what you think. Alright, that's all I have for now. Later.